Hey guys, it's Ryan Longhorn here, and today we are back. I believe this is episode 4, if my memory serves me correct. If not, you'll see I'll edit the right number in. But in today's episode, guys, first of all, I would like to get some turrets on this base. That way I can set it to private, or private, since the E is cut off there. That means that the Xerax will attack my base, but I should be able to handle them just fine. I would also like to go up to the moon and get myself some resources from up there so that I can get myself... Okay, well, it appears I can't build it in the small constructor, but the drill and also a large constructor would be nice as well. I can't actually make a large constructor right now, but I'm guessing that's going to eat through, most of our resources here. I also didn't end up putting the ammo in the bolt, but I'm going to do that now. We are almost full on ammo, but that's fine. And as soon as this large constructor crafts, I'll place it down. And then we can head up to the moon and see what awaits us up there. Okay guys, the large constructor is now placed down. Really quickly, I can set the constructor in and constructor out. But this thing can make me a drill. Right here it takes the energy matrices, or the energy matrix. It only takes one of them, but I don't know if we have the resources for that right now. I can unlock the drill, which is good, but I actually can craft it too. That'll be good. Okay, I'll craft one of those then, and head up to the moon. This drill is like if you don't know, it's like the resource drill function on the multi-tool, but a lot faster, and that means we also don't need to carry around this thing anymore. However, just like the multi-tool, which we actually also haven't crafted up yet, the drill takes these the drill charges, just like the multi-tool takes the multi-charges, but we also can't craft those yet. We don't have any Promethean. So, that reminded me, we probably should get, I'm going to go ahead and get a texture and color tool, but we probably should get a multi-tool. I should be able to build it in here, and I'm just overlooking it. And what this texture and color tool does, it's basically just like what it says in the name. It allows us to texture and color things. So, now with that also reminds me, I keep thinking of things I need to do, we don't have ladders on the side yet. I also can't seem to find them. Maybe they're under walkways and railings. Maybe they're under there. So I'm going to craft one of these just to see. If nothing else, we could probably find a purpose for it, but I don't know. I just can't seem to find the individual crafting, and it's not there, but that's okay. Again, we have a blocks and devices box right here that I can just throw these into. Okay, I have no clue how we are supposed to make ladders, but now comes the challenge of getting onto the roof, actually. If I just do this... Okay, we can just about make it if we just sprint up the stairs and jetpack. That's fine. We also should have plenty of O2 in here, which we don't. I can fix that real quick, though. Do we actually have any in Outpost Alpha? Does not look like we do. Also, I'm going to grab some fuel and O2 and dump... Well, take that back. I'm going to have those 4 packs in here as spare fuel. I don't think it'll take more than the amount of fuel we have in here now. I'm not sure. I doubt it, but it might. And now that I say that, it probably will. Okay guys, I'm going to put 4 emergency O2 in here, which I know it's not going to do a whole lot, but just for this trip to the moon, it'll probably work. Also, I'm not sure if I actually have gotten this guy going, but it seems that I have, and suddenly I think we're doing okay on fuel and O2. And now, guys, it seems that I can't get up there anymore. I was hoping to get the ladder for that, but suddenly it seems like we can't craft them. Did they remove them from the game to fix them some more or something? They're not in the small constructor, and they were under blocks and devices. Okay, guys, I finally made it back up here. And I do have a little bit more oxygen to throw in here as well. And now I think we're at least good on oxygen, but now there's the glitch where that oxygen stat info page is now stuck on the screen. So that's fun. But you can see even when we fly, we still have 40 to 60 minutes of power. That's good. I'm gonna head towards the moon now and not delay any further. And one thing that you'll notice in this version compared to the last time we were in space is actually, you can actually see the stars that you can warp to. They're not artificial stars. So you can see everything that you're going to warp to, and you can warp to everything that you see. Yeah, it's basically like an actual picture of the galaxy from each playfield in space, which is really cool. And it also looks really cool. I mean, there's some nice shots in this. Okay, we are now approaching the moon. We are now in the moon playfield. Not a whole lot. I mean, it's pretty barren looking, but there are some good resources here. I'm going to start by heading north, and it appears that I don't have lights on this thing. But I did just find a very small pentaxid deposit. I also found a medium iron deposit. But the one I'm really looking for is a promethium deposit. That would be good. Cobalt deposit, that's the other one I was looking for. Also good. Magnesium deposit, that's good. If I continue to head east, usually the poles have a lot of stuff by them. I'm guessing this is the crash titan. Looks like it. The cobalt deposit, that's good. Okay, there aren't actually any promethium deposits on this moon. Whoops. But there are all of these deposits. So we have cobalt, iron, titanium, magnesium, pentaxid, and then silicon. But just taking a fly around the moon was fun, but the biggest resource we need right now is promethium. So I'm gonna head back home. Coming to the moon was still beneficial because we just discovered a bunch of resources that we are going to need very, very soon. But basically I'm just gonna get some promethium, come back to the moon, is probably what we'll end up having to do, and then go from there. One issue that this ship does not have is it does not have a detector, but there is CPU space for one. And right now I'm basically just trying to look around for any resources or any asteroids that might contain resources on them. And you can tell because they'll have huge patches of resources just sticking off of them. Also, if you get up to speed in space and then hit I, it'll just allow you to drift and you won't use that much fuel, which I should have been doing all along, but wasn't. The only issue is if you need to turn directions or something, you will have to hit I again and redirect yourself. But I've been trying to fly around this planet a little bit looking for some useful asteroids. I'm not seeing any useful asteroids right now, so I'm going to head back home. And there should be a waypoint for home on the map, but I'm not seeing it. So I'm also going to fly through this irradiated biome and see if there's any Promethean here as well. And in here you can actually find Promethean rocks as well. So I'm flying really close to the ground here to see if I can find some. Here's one right here, it looks like, right beside a cobalt rock. So I want to pick up both of those. And that got me 5 Promethean rocks, which is good. It's exactly what I need. I can now make a drill charge, which will be a lot better and quicker at mining. Only 4 pieces of cobalt, but that's fine. The cobalt's not quite as pressing of a concern right now, though it is still very useful. Basically, I'm going to zigzag my way back home and through this biome, and I'm going to pick up any, mostly Promethean, but also some cobalt rocks if I see them. guys, I'm just headed back home now. Our Promethean needs for the moment should be covered. I have 26 pieces in my inventory, you can see there, and just the 4 cobalt. I didn't manage to see any more, but I would like to find an actual deposit soon so that we can mine it out and get the full, get a couple hundred. It'd be a lot nicer. It appears we have discovered a deposit up in Polaris, it looks like. And as long as we get friendly with them, we should be able to mine it out without them getting mad at us. And this new drill will help mine it out. And I'm also parking the ship on the ground this time instead of in the air, because I don't want to have to go spend a couple minutes trying to jump on top of the roof. Okay guys, I've done a couple things. First of all, I have got the multi-tool, which I'm going to scooch over here, along with the drill. And the survival tool is no longer necessary, so I could just put this in guns and misc, because I don't need it anymore. But I've crafted myself the texture color tool, which I can use if I want to texture some things. It's just nice to have, basically. I have this detector here, which I can place on my SV, which means I don't have to fly right up next to something. I have a little bit of range, and I think if I just access this hatch on the top, I should be able to place it right in there, and now we can detect as we fly, basically. I also got I got a light, because this place is dark, and it needs a light. So I'm just going to place this like a spotlight behind the door, and then I can hit P, and then change the color. So usually like a pale yellow is good. Maybe turn the intensity up a bit, and change the range up a bit as well. And I don't need it in spotlight mode, that's fine. So this base now has a yellowish tint, that's okay. Also, I crafted some furnishings. One of these is going to be a bed, which I'll place right down there. And one of these is going to be a shower, which I'm going to place right there. But I'm going to turn it upside down, because, I guess, just because I can, really. So, you can see, that would actually clear my radiation if I had any, but I don't. So it has nothing to clear, basically. I'm going to turn the lights off, actually, because I'm going to head to bed, and now I can sleep through the night in here instead of using the tent. You can see during day, now I actually don't need the light, and it just speeds up time. I also, last but not least, crafted me some drill charges, so I'll probably keep 5 of each on me. Well, I'll do 4 multi-charges, and then I can actually change these into the fuel and O2, and grab this one, put it on me. Now I can use both the multi-tool and the drill, and for drilling, this will speed it up a lot. I'm also going to see about getting some guns on the base. So I have these, I can build these projectile turrets here, and it doesn't look like it takes, or it looks like it takes things we have, so that's good. I'm going to build 4 of them, and I can get this guy cranking away on some 15 mil, which, if you notice, is the same that we use in the miniguns on the ship, and that's because these projectile turrets, there's a minigun turret on there as well that I'll be using instead of the normal 30 millimeter. These normal guns, like the one you see on this image, shoots at 30 millimeter, but I'm going to use the machine gun, which has a slightly shorter range, but does basically more damage per second. It can put out more bullets and do more damage. It should hopefully drop the drones as soon as they get close. But I'll build some little towers a little ways from the base and put those on there. And while all of that's going, I'm actually going to give the base a texture. Okay guys, I've done some texturing while the gun's crafted. The outside here, I didn't actually get the roof because I couldn't get up there. I didn't really want to try, because it took a while last time, and we have better things we could be doing. Besides, it's not visible anyway. But the outside is kind of repetitive. I'm still not sure about it. I don't really think I like it that much. But it's better than it was, and I'm actually fairly happy with the inside here. I textured what I could. I actually think the ceiling looks just fine as plain concrete, though I might change that in the future. And I can't get these blocks under the capacitor or around the capacitor, behind the capacitor, or something like that. So I tried to get as many visible blocks as I could. Also couldn't get that one. That being said, though, it looks like we've run completely out of iron because we have no iron, and I queued up 3,000 rounds. We only built 2,700 of them. So that's interesting. That's not good. So we'll have to go get more of that. I can go ahead and put those in the ammo box. Well, in that case, maybe I won't do that then. I won't put them out. I was going to put them out on, like, sticking out on their own little tower away from the base. But, since that's not going to work, I can just throw the concrete and blocks and devices, connect to this, and hit F5 and strap these to the roof. That being said, I guess I could texture from the roof as well. Okay, it says, well done, now you're basically set, and the Robinson protocol is complete. So we've finished the tutorial. I can initiate the main storyline. It says, I've been storing our sensor and logs events ever since Apollo Station in the database. You can read through these as I place here. I'm just going to skip through this. If you see interesting stuff, then feel free to pause it. Okay, feel free to pause these if you see something you want to read, or if you want to read it. Okay, there's a lot to read, so that's why I'm skipping through all this. Goodness me. Okay, so that was a lot to read, but I have all the turrets on now. That's all I wanted to do in the first place. But now, what I can do is I can disconnect from everything, go out of the drone, and I can set this base to private, or to public, but I'm gonna do that in the next episode. We're not quite out of time yet, but we're getting really close. So to end the episode, I think I'm gonna take the ship over and mine some iron. That way we can show off the new drill. Okay, this is why I was so eager to get the drill, is because look just how quickly it chops through. It would take a couple of seconds per, like you see how it, every time it removes some ore and dirt and stuff, it would take a couple seconds to do that each time last time. And now my inventory's already full, so it makes it a lot quicker. So I just cleared 40% of that deposit in, what, 2 minutes? And I spent just about as much time managing logistics and transferring ore into the other cargo boxes than I did mining. So it's really nice to have that drill. It's super refreshing, actually. Refreshing in the sense that now I don't have to wait for forever. But now we have almost 250 ore, which is nice. So we are once again good to go on resources. But on that note, guys, thank you for watching. I do hope that you enjoyed. I had a lot of fun doing this, and we made a lot of progress today. I mean, just look at the base compared to how it was when we started, as well as our new drill and multi-tool and charges and stuff. So again, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and have a good day. Bye. And today's nature scene, I actually had to get up in the ship for this, but today's nature scene is the beautiful new sky that, the beautiful new space that has been introduced with one of the latest updates.